Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of ATC, Artist Trading Cards. I do this on Tuesdays and then I show you how I did my card in a little video. So these videos are short. I hope that you don't mind watching a short video once in a while. You can find my other long videos of thrifted items on the same page. They will post on Fridays. So I'm trying to get a schedule here that I post my ATC card on Wednesdays. I do them on Tuesdays, but I post them on Wednesdays, and then also my thrifted video on Fridays. 2 videos a week. We'll see. Thank you for all joining me and watching this process. If you haven't started your own ATC yet, it's really fun. I didn't know that I would enjoy it as much as I do. Yesterday, I almost forgot to do one. So before I went in for the night, I'm like, oh, let's just do this. It took me 30 minutes. That's it, guys. 30 minutes from start to even taking photos of it. So you can do this. Give yourself, your own self, 30 minutes to create something for you. Let's start out with this card. It's still January, so we are using red for the birthstone month. And I decided to go ahead and use this IOD crackle stamp. And because I know that my decoupage paper is going to see through some of this card, I wanted it to have a interesting background and not just a lot of that white space. So I stamped the card using the distressed stamp. I really do like that stamp. The good thing now with IOD is there's a 4-pack, so you can get all 4 textures in one. I had this letter from, I don't know who sent it to my grandma and grandpa, but back in 1951, someone had sent my grandma and grandpa a letter. And so I had their names on the front. It was Mr. and Mrs. You don't see that very often anymore, but in 1951, I bet you did. So I wanted to put my grandpa's name, Charles Kellnoffer, on there, and I couldn't fit the Mr. and Mrs., which is fine. I'm going to cut some of this off because you never know. I might need that little piece for next week's card, the last week that we are going to be using red. So this is Roycycled decoupage paper, and this is called wallpaper. This is my absolute favorite decoupage paper, and the wallpaper, I don't know, I've used it on so many projects. If you need any of it, it is available on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. Here's 2 postage stamps I found in the flowers red. I couldn't figure out which one to use, so we're just going to go ahead and start assembling this card, this ATC card now, and see which one fits the best. So I'm using the DIY liquid patina, and I'm going and putting that wallpaper onto 1/2 of the card. You can see some of that distress shines through, that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want just a stark white behind there. I wanted some kind of like vintagey, getting more grunge to here. And now the envelope is a little bit thicker paper, so I go in pretty generously with the liquid patina. It still wasn't enough. Just keep working with it. You'll get it. And I had to make sure that I got my grandpa's name on there. And back in 1951, the ink still smeared. So when I went and put this water-based liquid patina on it, it did smear the ink. You could have fixed that by using a hairdryer to set that, or not a hairdryer, hairspray to set that, but I didn't know it was going to smear. I didn't mind it too much. So with the excess, I just go and trim it off on the back side. And you can just trim around with the scissors. I am kind of fussy. You don't have to be, but I make sure that I get it all trimmed off. And then I even trim the little corners so the corners are rounded instead of the square tips on the ends. Not that that would matter, but like I said, I'm kind of fussy. Here, some of it had peeled up, so I make sure I get those corners sealed back down again with the liquid patina, and then I just kind of hold it in place for a little bit to make sure that those edges are down. I don't mind the smeared ink at all. I'm really kind of liking it. I decided to go with the Gladiolas stamp. That was one of my grandma's favorites, now just placement. And I looked at this other one and I see my daughter's name on it. So whoever gave these envelopes to my daughter to put in her stamp collection wrote her name on the envelopes so that they would get to her. And I'm not sure if it was my grandma or not. I really can't remember how she got these stamps. This stamp was a little too long, so we're going to trim the side and make it nice and square, and then I'm going to cut some of this stamp off. I know it's a shame, but it really was hiding too much. And I do like the torn envelope that is still on the left hand side there. And again, this is another thick piece of paper, so I went and put some liquid patina on the back side of this stamp as well.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding?
If you've been following along, you know I like to grunge things up, so I'm going to take a little weathered wood. This is DIY paint, and I'm mixing it with a little bit of water just to dilute that paint so it's not quite so thick. And I'm just mixing it on my palette in the top right there. And then I'm going to go and apply it to the edges of my card and giving it a nice vintagey kind of worn look. So at first I start out with just putting it on the edges and on the edges of the stamp, and I get kind of carried away with it. So I'll let you watch this process of how I grunge up this card with a little of the DIY paint. We have to seal everything in and make it all like I'm going to use these oil-based pastels on it. And I want to make sure that I'm completely done with it before I put the oil-based pastels. And so I put a coat of liquid patina on it. My grandpa's name is no longer smearing because it does have a coat of Big Top on it, so it stopped smearing. And after that dried, then I came in with my oil-based pastels and added a bit more red. We got another week of red, and I'm ready to move on to a new color. So tell me, what's February? I think it's like a lavender purple. I'm not sure. I grabbed the blue to match my Grandma and Grandpa's name in the blue ink and just add a little bit of blue to the other side of the card. So I bring out some of that color. I really like the way that pops. So this is the card. I hope you enjoyed this week's ATC challenge, and I hope you're following along with me. Let me know in the comments if you decided to do this. Until next time, happy painting.
Be conscious, different things in different ways. There must be more to the reason why we do it all for love. There must be more for a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way. Has got to come my
Just got done editing all that, and it turned out fantastic. I really do like it. This is my third week with doing red, and I can't wait to get to a new color. Let me know if you're doing any specific rules with your ATC cards. I only have two, the birthstone color and using a stamp. So until next time, friends, you can get any of my products that I used here today on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. Follow along, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give me a comment, all those things we like. You really, really help me grow my channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I do read each and every comment that you send, so I certainly appreciate it. And until next time, happy painting.